listening tonight. I got a feeling that the cards just ain't right. I'm so salty, must not give in to rage. And I'm wondering what those rollers will say. Scars still left in me, cheers to the right. Here I am, gonna roll a derby tonight. Gonna roll a derby tonight. Gonna roll a derby tonight.
So yeah,
rollers are live.
Rollers be rolling.
We do. So it's been a while. We have been very busy.
Yes, to say the least.
Yeah, man. I've had just all kinds of stuff going on. It's been hard to pin each other down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not gone. We're just lagging.
Yeah, that's right. We've got like 1,000 millisecond ping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
super
pretty
laggy.
bad.
I know
right?
what that's like.
It's been all my
that.
yeah. It's been all my Warcraft playing. I'm thinking in terms of lag and stuff. Tell you what, man, that game is it's kind of addictive.
Is it though?
Yeah,
I don't
can
know.
confirm.
I don't know. I just don't know. So, have you played any cards? Had much rings going on?
Look, I got to be honest, not really. So it's been hard past couple of weeks to sort of get people together here. I did join the league, the online Discord league, the global Discord league.
Oh,
But I've only played one game of that so far, and I'm
completely
pretty sure I'm
missed.
close. Yeah, I signed up on the last few hours of the last day because I just kind of wanted to have it as an option,
Yeah.
and I thought maybe I would be able to get some games in. But I played like one game, and then I was available, but then the other people weren't available at the time, and yeah, I haven't played another game.
Fair enough. No, I've had the same because I've had just heaps of stuff on here. Like I was away for a week, and then there was all the times we didn't quite catch up with each other online, and then we had lots of delays over here with like the packs coming out. So there was like 3 weeks, like Bonds of Blood, I think was like 3 weeks late, and Satsume dropped a couple of weeks or a few weeks after that. Like it was quite late, so we didn't have a lot of change, and there were no competitive events during that time either. And we're only having one now this Saturday. We're having a competitive event come up, but of course in that time, so these packs have come out that have been pretty big shifts, right? Like they're quite. There's a lot of impactful stuff there, and
I feel like I need to remind myself what's in there. I'm just going to look them up.
well, there's the Earth Becomes Sky, for example, and that all of those roll lock cards, like that's the card that Echoes was in, for example. Echoes was in one of those packs. So all these cards, even though they're not in the same decks anymore, and then of course there was the huge not mix up, but the huge shift of rolls as well happened. So everyone's got air and earth rolls now. So, and during that time, because I haven't really been able to play much cards, I've just really struggled. Because normally when I don't get to catch up with people and play cards, I fall back to Jigoku. But obviously, they can only do so much, so it's been hard for them to catch up. And even now, as we speak, like Satsume is not online there yet, so I haven't been able to really play properly there either with the stuff as it comes out. So it's been really tricky. But then on top of all that, the deck I've played for like 6 months, like my cheaper nasty that I played for absolutely ages, is just no longer an option because I just don't have
dead deck.
Dead in the water. Well, I don't even have a Seeker roll anymore to play out of Scorpion, so like I can't even sort of retrofit it to something slightly else. It's just gone. So So yeah, it's really tricky. But so yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. So I was thinking that maybe what we could do is I have got a first competitive event for a while this Saturday. And it would be pretty neat if maybe you and I went through and draft me up a deck. We can see what we can sort out, chat about what the options are and what I should take. Because everything's changed on me. It doesn't sound like you're much more on top of it than I am, but maybe between us we can put something decent together.
Yeah, I reckon that sounds like a good idea. I think on the whole meta thing, with the new cards and the new packs that have come out, I've definitely been playing some of the new cards. Like there's one card out of Phoenix which gives somebody pride, which has actually turned out to be a lot more useful than I thought it was going to be.
That's the good 3-coster, yeah?
Yeah, 3-cost one.
Yeah.
And then you sort of combine that with the new Tadaka, where you can sort of disguised on top of this 3-coster. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I remember that card getting previewed, and I'm like, I don't think I really like this card. And Anil thought it was at least worth a try. So,
well,
there's some...
3-cost is sort of the sweet spot, right? Like, it's maximum longevity for the if you're going to put 6 fate on something as a ballpark. Like that, you're going to get the most out of that. I think 4-costers are tied. If you've got 7 fate to spend, 4-costers will get you what? So turns worth of fate on the board. I think 4-costers get you the most, and followed by 3s. But 3s are obviously slightly less of an investment.
Well, I think 3 is the sweet spot because it's like unassassinatable.
Yeah.
And frequently 3-cost characters have had some pretty good abilities, right? Like Raitsugu, Fawning Diplomat.
Nice. Just
there's plenty
everywhere.
Right?
Yeah, there's tons of them. Yeah, but Phoenix they've been passed by. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not hurting for good people, but the 3-cost slot seems to have.
Yeah, the 3-cost slot was pretty dead for a while, so it's nice to have something there. So I played with that one, and the other one that I've been playing with, like, let's not mention Earth Becomes Sky, because
everyone knows all about it.
Everybody knows about that. But the other one,
I would be pleased to say on that note though that Earth Becomes Sky hasn't been as horrible as I expected. Like it's super good. Don't get me wrong. Like it's great, but it's not kicking my ass. Like it's
down to a 2 of in my current deck. Yeah. So I was playing that league game that I was telling you about. That was a seriously tight game. Like I was super happy with the game. I lost, but I was really happy with the play. And when what did he do? Oh, I had to hit Upholding Authority. Like I didn't have a choice. It was that or Sacred Sanctuary, Secret Cache, and I was on 1 honor, right? So there was no way I could let him draw like a backhanded or something.
Yeah.
So I had to attack Upholding, and in his pick, he picked Earth Becomes Sky, which was the right pick. And if you've got a handful of like really great cards and you pick Earth Becomes Sky, that tells you something about the power of the card, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
But there's that other one that Phoenix. Maybe you should play Phoenix on the weekend. There's an idea.
We've got the thing is, right? Is it like maybe, but like they are so strong and they got such good stuff. And
and one of the other guys plays Phoenix.
Yeah, one of the other guys is definitely playing Phoenix. And one of the other guys is also would play Phoenix, but he's probably not going. But so there's definitely going to be a strong Phoenix presence there either way.
Yeah. And your Pack 4 is not legal, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, at this event of yours, Pack 4 is not legal, I'm assuming.
No, up to Satsume, and that's it. So,
is that 2 or 3?
Pack 2, I think, is Satsume.
2. Okay.
Bonds of Blood, right? No. And then Justice for Satsume.
Oh, yeah, so Satsume is the 3rd pack, yeah?
Yeah, whichever one Satsume is.
Actually,
up to that one.
They're sitting right behind me. I should go get them. But I'm not going to.
Good stuff.
Yeah, okay. So the one that I was sort of talking about was there's a Phoenix character 4-coster which is 0/5, and after you play a water card, she can swap the stats of another character in play. Which when I first saw the card, I was like, that doesn't sound so great. And then I realized, you can just do this any time a water card is played, right? I think when you play a water card, I don't know if your opponent plays one, but it's like I thought it was originally in combat, like in this conflict, and then I thought it was for this conflict, but it's not. It's just any time, and it lasts for the entire phase. It is actually remarkable, right? So you attack with this thing in political, and then not bow with like clarity or something. and she can activate off that. Or you can let her bow, and then you can play against the waves after the conflict to bring her back, and then swap her stats into military, and she comes back in, attacking on 5 military. Or, in a conflict, you can play Supernatural Storm, which, surprise, surprise, is a water card, and she can sort of swap off that as well. You can do it to your opponent's characters. You can make Hidekasada a 2/7. Uber political Hidekasada.
That political dynamo for Hidekasada.
Yeah.
Well known
for
his courtly intrigue skills.
Yeah. His political power is in like his bicep, you know? He just like flexes
No,
at
but
the
I think
emperor and, like, break this province for me.
Yeah. The Emperor. He's a jerk of a card. Man. So, I need a deck, man. I need to take something.
You
And
want to build the deck?
we're definitely going to have strong Crab and strong Phoenix there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you're a Scorpion guy, right? Did you want to build a Scorpion deck?
I am an arachnid person at heart.
I'm going to look that up. I feel like we spoke about this earlier. Are Scorpions arachnids? Tell us in the comments.
There are several types of arachnids, and so scorpions, spiders, and ticks, as it turns out, are also arachnids. And there's some other random little weird things in there as well. But...
Scorpions are animals in the order Scorpiones, under the class Arachnida.
That's it.
There you go. All right, I stand corrected.
Yeah, man.
I didn't. I mean, you know, I doubt you no longer.
Sweet. So, all right. Now, look, I am happy to go Scorpion. But the question is then. So there is a lot of. I'm happy to go Scorpion. I think because I wouldn't mind throwing Kikyo in there because there's so much Earth Becomes Sky out there, and Echoes is still getting used a lot.
Well, maybe we're getting ahead. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. Like, when you think about, okay, I'm going to put a deck together. What's like the first decision point that you have to make?
Oh,
for you, right?
I need a gimmick, man. Like I do. I need like a thing I'm gonna do. I need a game plan.
I need that thing that my opponent is going to get all salty about.
Well, maybe not salty, but like I just like I don't like the idea of just playing good stuff decks. Like it just doesn't.
Well, you know what?
Gel with me.
Yeah, and you know what? I think people would be bored if we just built like a regular everyday deck that everybody already knows, right?
Yeah, I can just like click 3 buttons in Bushibuild. It'll do that for me. Just smart deck. We'll just put it together. So
I really want to know what the logic behind that is. But anyway,
I think it's just
aside.
Stats based, yeah. But all right. So first things first. Do we Kyuden Bayushi or open hand? What do we want to do?
Well,
I
think the answer to that question has to do with what you would like your win condition to be. What are you playing towards?
I think let's just conquest. Let's not.
All right, so we're going to break our opponent's strongholds.
Let's not piss about.
We're going to get the armies of the Scorpion together, and we're going to fuck shit up. Well, that means Kyuden Bayushi, right?
Well, does it though? Because Kyuden Bayushi, you've got to get your guys dishonored. Then you can start straightening and doing stuff. Sure, and it's great, don't get me wrong. But open hand means I can be way more reckless with card draw and honor loss and just make it up. Instead of dishonoring my opponent, I can use it to gain my honor back and not put myself in that risky space. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the only reason we're choosing Stronghold right now is because Bushi Builder requires us to choose a stronghold right up. So why don't we just pick one and then
let's do KB.
Keep it in the back pocket, right?
Yeah. Start with KB and keep Reverth because it's new. That's our default, and we'll switch it if we need to.
So why keep Reverth?
Because it's the new one.
Like, yeah, but why? What does keep Reverth get you?
Let's have a look. So keep Reverth. So should we ignore just all the keeper stuff? So we've got because Keeper is going to be either way, right? We're getting Keeper of Air or Earth. They are our choices.
Yes.
So Earth
Yeah,
gives
definitely,
me.
definitely keeper, right? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Earth gives me Discouraged Pursuit out of Scorpion, which is not awful.
Gives you Earth becomes Sky.
Yeah, EBS. It's not much. Really.
Sabotage, I guess. Not, it's
Oh,
not a great card, but
no, I would run
Sabotage.
Peasant's Advice instead. Hands down.
yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
agree with
although at a unicorn I can run Unfulfilled Duty. That's a bit spicy and interesting.
Hang on. Choose any number of characters with fate total printed fate less than 6 and ready them.
Yep.
And you pay 2 for it.
Yeah,
I
have
don't-
no fate.
I don't like it.
Well,
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's also not great. It doesn't fill me with num, 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 num.
it's pretty good, man. Like, just a straighten of your people in conflict, out of conflict. 2 fate, you can straighten a whole bunch of stuff. Probably, usually at least 2 characters.
Sorry, you're right on all of those points, but I just saw Discouraged Pursuit. I know you mentioned it before, but I didn't. I guess I just wasn't listening.
Yeah, Shinobi.
During conflict, dishonor a Shinobi character. Are we building a Shinobi deck?
Oh, there's like lots of them. It's possible. It doesn't have to be a Shinobi deck. Actually, I think that would be irresponsible to make a Shinobi deck. Strictly Shinobi.
I guess you would just kind of want enough cards that you had a Shinobi around should you want to play Discouraged Pursuit, right?
Pretty much. Well, I mean, if you have big Shinobi, and you can use like Seal of the Scorpion to give Shinobi if you really want to, but Kyudenbeishi...
Yeah, we're not doing that though, are we?
No. Well, it's free and it gives you +1 if the keyword is going to work. Because there's also the infiltrator tools to get 0 cost attachment.
Let's
Get
yeah,
ahead of
okay. Let's
ourselves.
just keep all of these as like options on the table, right?
Yeah, man. So specialized defenses, talisman, unfulfilled, and rid of authority. So there's not
Yeah.
a lot going
I don't
for
think-
Earth.
I don't think you're getting a lot out of Earth. Out of air, what are we getting out of air?
Let's have a look.
Forbearance? Could you do a Scorpion deck and just bring all you guys back to life?
Well, that sounds a bit mean.
That sounds kind of janky.
It does. You know what's super good fun though is the chick that dies and just takes the favor. If I've got her
Yeah,
in
yeah,
dead box,
the Fording Diplomat.
yeah, I can just bring her back and just take the favor
Yeah.
whenever I feel like it. That sounds like a thing.
How many times? What could you use repetitively if you had the favor? Is there an action that's like unlimited, where you can like discard the favor to do something? I don't think so. Nothing comes to mind.
Try to think. There are definitely discard the favor like tools out there, but I can't think of them.
Actually, Keeper of Air sounds better. You're going to get access to Mark of Shame, Forbearance's Echoes, Soul Beyond Reproach, but I don't know that we're going down a normal route. So I feel like
Yeah, we'll see.
Mark of Shame you get in clan by default. Backhanded, I guess, maybe if you want to, but we're not. We're trying to conquest, so Forbearance's Echoes sounds like a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, I think let's start with that. Start with
All right,
Forebearer's Echoes.
so we'll go Keeper of Air then, right? We can
Yep.
swap later, but
Yeah, okay.
all right. Where's the deck? Keeper of Air. Okay.
So what else are we going to do there? We've got Forebearer's Echoes.
Yeah.
Discard
What do you
pile.
build first, the Dynasty or like the conflict side?
I sort of... Usually the Dynasty, but it depends if I've got an idea of what I'm building first, that's sort of more important.
All right. Well, we said we wanted to conquer our opponent, so maybe we should get all the tools out that let us do that. We'll just have a look at those. What do you reckon? So that's probably Dynasty side, right? Why don't we get out all the good Dynasty side, face smashing characters?
Yeah, alright. Well, I usually sort by cost and start with the little guys.
Okay.
So, Beishi Liar, right? 3 of. That's sort of auto-include an instant.
I'm just trying to figure out how I sort by cost on
Bushi Builder.
Bushi Builder.
At the top of the list on the right-hand side.
There you go.
Just
Gotcha.
use the middle one and sort by cost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Beishi Liar. I feel like you just have to include it because it's such a great card. Right?
1-3 Sincerity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a 3 of. Let's just grab him 3 of.
Yeah.
Alibi artist. Maybe not yet.
Yeah, maybe a bit later. I mean, yeah, we'll see how we go. Manipulator. I mean, Alibi artist and Manipulator are both really good. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes they just contrary to the game plan.
Do you have a bid strategy? Right? Like, are you just smashing 5 all the time?
It depends on the deck. Like,
Well, for this
a deck where you don't just bid 5 on turn 1 is rare. I find like it's rarely incorrect to do that. But where the bid goes after that is different. Particularly in Scorpion, when you can run like amazing cards, like fucking make an opening and cool stuff like that.
Well, I think it's likely that we're going to get to, what is it? Hidden Moon Dojo. So I feel like Beige Manipulator is probably a good pick initially. So why don't we just put him on the table and then keep going?
Can't go wrong with some 1-drops. Alibi Artist, I'm not a fan of. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. No. Court Novice, I meant, sorry.
Yeah.
Sinister Sashi.
Blackmail Artist?
Blackmail Artist. He is good, but only if I'm really... He's an honor control guy. Like, I don't think he needs to go in yet. Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave him in the box. Maybe we'll bring him out later.
Keeper Initiates?
Yeah, actually, because we're bloody Scorpion, right? Oh, sorry, Keeper.
Yeah, you may as well.
Keeper Initiates. Bam. I think you should. What are we? Keeper of Air. So, actually, we're going to go for Air a lot. Who knows?
Yeah,
all right.
We'll see. Loyal Challenger? Actually, I'm probably... Yeah, we'll see.
No, I don't think the Challenger.
Loyal Challenger's pretty good.
Midnight Prowler. That's... If this character wins a military conflict, look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. You can discard one of those cards. Hey, here's an idea. Maybe we could do something like a mill deck, like a military mill deck. No. I immediately dismissed the idea in my mind.
No, don't get me wrong. Actually, I had a Scorpion mill deck, and I got my first mill win the other day, which is good. But I feel like if you're going to mill, you have to all mill. Like, you got to be all in on it.
I agree, but I feel like the synergy with mill is dishonor, right? To get that sweet 5,
it is.
5, whatever you call it, 5 honor loss when your opponent has to draw their next card and they don't have one.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm with you.
Marauding Oni.
If we did Sit of the Open Hand instead of Kyuden Byushi, we could just sort of try and because we've got like
it feels
duty
like
and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably really double down on like spending honor really recklessly as like our gimmick with like Marauding Oni. Just chuck it in for turn 1. It's a 4 bump, and you just spend that honor. Not much caring. Like, plenty of assassinates and chuck in some other stuff.
All right, let's pop in Marauding Oni for the moment. Yeah, just for the moment, right? Like, it's all fluid at this stage.
Let's see. What else we got? So, Shameless Gossip is super good. So, I feel... Okay, hang on. I think...
Well, hang on. Let's read. This is new, isn't it? During a conflict in which this character is participating, choose 2 characters controlled by the same player. Move a status token from one of those characters to the other. Yeah, that's kind of good, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, she's very good. She's a different young Rumomonga. So she's basically the same, but the action works differently. She's very good, though.
Are we putting her in?
Yeah, let's chuck her in for now.
All right, in she goes.
Boom.
Takeo, Bushi Shinobi Shadow. While a dishonored character is participating in a conflict, move this character into or out of that conflict.
Chuck him in.
2 for 3-1, so
it's pretty good.
Stat-wise is okay.
Yeah.
All right, Illusionist.
Also super good. So what we have so far,
I think Illusionist is really going to help you against like Crane and stuff like that.
Yeah, with the 1/3, is just also very good. I mean, we've got a
It's 2, 4,
very...
and 3,
we're,
right?
we're not doing anything with real keywords at the moment. We've got a very eclectic mix of stuff.
It feels a little bit like drafting. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're in the drafting stage.
We missed me a Mystic, which is a very, very useful card. See, Shadow Shaper I like, but you really need the right deck for him.
Yeah, I feel like he's really super situational. Outcast, +1/+1, you're less honourable. I don't really like him anymore.
It's fine, but no. Like, it doesn't do it.
Nah,
you need people
not good
that
enough, right?
they have to do stuff. Like,
Yeah.
even Attendant to the Emperor, like, 1/5 for 3 with 2 glory is pretty good, right? But it's just too...
Stats-wise, he's above the curve, I guess.
Well, that's it. That's all
The
it is.
two glory bothers me.
Yeah, but well,
Don't know why.
What do you think of Dairu?
During a combat in which this character is participating, choose a status token in play, move that character to this character. I freaking love that. He's undercosted though. He's overcosted for his stats though.
Yeah.
Let's bung him in, and we'll just sort of wait there. So far, I ended up putting in the illusionist. You did too,
me
right?
too. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Favoured niece. She's a bit of a staple.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess in a mirror matchup, she's kind of nice.
Yeah. So okay, if we're gonna go down, and I feel like we are.
Hang on. Yeah. Go on.
If we're gonna go down a recklessly spending honor kind of path to get early breaks and really grind through the opponent, I think Favoured Niece is probably going to be really good later game when you sort of, if you run out of steam with that honor, but you've still got Assassinates in your hand, turning those over are probably going to be a pretty solid idea.
Okay, let's put her in. I've just got an idea. Rather than just going down the list, let's do a really quick first pass and go for characters that we just know we're definitely, like, they're really strong. There's no ifs or ands or maybes about them.
I feel like Nice fits that. I think she's very good. Fawning Diplomat we already spoke about with Echoes. That sounds a bit janky and cool.
Sounds cool, right? Yep, let's do it.
Where should she go?
Intimidator. After an opponent loses one or more honor, discard. Nope, hard pass. Insolent Rival. +2/+2. While your opponent's on a bit, your opponent's dial is higher.
Nah. Skip.
Nah.
Unicorn. Skip.
Character, opponent, challenger character. Yeah, okay. Zokujin?
Yeah, chuck him in. He's good.
Yeah, go on. I agree. Magistrate, no. Ishikawa, no. Actress. Oh, I like Actress.
Maybe.
Can we put Actress in?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
What do you think of Hyobu? I think she needs the right build around her, but I love the courtier with 3 military. But pass for now.
After an opponent discards a card, one or more cards from his or her hand due to the cost of an effect or card ability, choose a character to dishonor that character. Nah, that's a no. That's a no from me.
All right.
Miyako?
Yeah. No, pass for now.
You sure? I kind of like Miyako.
Well, she needs the right support. You've got to have
All right.
lots of little drop bears, and I'm not sure we're going to be there.
All right. Let's move on.
Social Puppeteer, I really like her, but she, again, depends on what we're doing on the conflict side. So it's pass.
Yeah, okay.
I really
so
like...
she...
Aoi?
Oi?
I think she goes in. She's got decent stats. She's another shug, but she's letting us dump honor for bonus stats on people every turn.
I'm not a huge fan.
No, okay. Skip. We'll come back if we need to.
We'll come back to it. Yep.
Yoga.
Wandering Ronin? Definitely. Definitely.
100% chuck him in. No, pass.
Yoga Preserver. Each dishonored personality you control gains sincerity.
I feel like that maybe goes in.
I feel like... so we've been through a couple of cards so far that have been like, move dishonored tokens around and move this token over here and this token there. Do you reckon you could do something interesting with this card? Like, could this turn into a card draw engine? You've got...
Yeah.
Maybe if your restricted card was
Edict.
Forged Edict, yeah.
Oh man,
do some interesting things.
there are heaps of dishonor yourself cards that we can be running.
And it's not too undercosted. Like, it looks cost appropriate, and it's a Shigenja.
Yep. No, I'm happy to chuck her in for now. So
Alright.
let's give it a go. Bang.
I feel like if we don't put her in, then we will just kind of forget that idea. Like she'll just stay in the box.
Yeah. All right, we're up to the big
Aramoro?
boys now. Aramoro, let's chuck him in for now. He's got big fat
In.
stats.
Dude, he's like 4 cost and he's awesome.
Yunako. I really like her, and I like her ability.
Let's put her in.
Yeah, okay.
Disguise Protector. Under like overcosted for stats. During a conflict in which this character is participating, each player adds the bid to their skill total during conflict resolution. I don't know.
You can do stuff with it if you're arranging stuff right. Like if you're backing it up with Social Puppeteer and Maze of Illusion and the like, you can do stuff with that. But I've never actually seen it done.
Right?
Yeah. Some Hantei Satori. I don't know. No,
yeah, it's a maybe. It's a maybe from me.
I feel like he's a liability at 3 glory in this particular deck.
Okay, Plagiarists.
Oh, chuck him in. I
Doesn't
like him. So good.
You do?
Oh man.
All right.
I had a really good time the other week with I played him in a deck with Court Games. No, sorry, not Court Games. I played him in a deck with Policy Debate. So I look through my opponent's hand after I win Policy Debate, pick the Fate card, chuck it in the discard, then copy it with him. So I get to choose sort of what I'm getting. Super good.
Oh yeah,
It was a good time.
that is kind of interesting.
Yeah. I like it.
Too bad Policy Debate's like a political thing. Seems like we're going for military.
Well, you have to do both. I don't have the luxury of stuff like captive audience and such. He's also a shug, but and a courtier, so he's quite good.
Hametsu.
Hang on, I'm going to put Plagiarist in for now. Hametsu.
Oh yeah, Plagiarist. Yep.
Oh, Hametsu's stats are so shitty for 4.
Yes,
and he's got
they are.
no good keywords.
So part of the problem at this end of the deck is like, are you actually going to pay for any of these guys?
Well, though, the thing is, I may not have to.
So if we're going to Echoes people back in, I don't think he's a good Echoes target, but maybe we can pick big guys that we can just Echo back in.
Well, let's hang on a second. So if we Echoes him in, so he's cost us 2 fate, right, to hit the table, we can then
and a card.
And a card, 2 fate and a card. We can then though also lose an honor to go get a poison card at the same time. Mm-hmm. Each time he comes out. So what's he going to fish us?
So
maybe
poisoned is like soft skin.
Fiery Madness is super good.
Fiery Madness, the Tainted Koku.
And
I feel like there's another one.
Kiriko.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Oh, Fiery Madness is very, very good.
Fiery Madness is very good.
Yeah.
You still got to pay. You still got to pay a card and a fate for the -2/-2.
I can't put Hametsu in at the moment. Like,
okay.
I really would love to run this chick. I really want to run Shosuro Yubiki.
Ibiki. So, disguised Cordia. You can just buy it, right? You don't have to pay disguised, right? Okay.
Correct. Yeah, you can just.
After this character wins a conflict, remove a fate from each other participating character. Ooh.
So good.
Yeah, I like it, but not that much. There's like that Phoenix character that says if you've got lower glory, remove a fate from everybody with lower glory.
Well, but she's a good stats block, man. If you've got plenty of honor control on the table.
So is the Phoenix one. We never see that.
Oh, I don't
we
know.
Can put her in. You want to put her in?
I want to run her. Oh, Hiroe? He's really good fun, but I struggle with him. His 0 military is really hard work.
Yeah, I don't think so yet. Not yet.
She showed you. He goes in. He ruins lives.
Oh, hang on. You didn't want to put in Kokoda Totori?
Melon. We are on the clock, man. Let's not fucking dick around with neutral Akodo Totoris at 3 glory and fucking Scorpion decks.
Dude, you're gonna have the Imperial favor. If you want to win conflicts, Akodo Totori can win you conflicts. Actually, if you can get one of your guys honored, we already put in the guy that says swap an honored token. He can get honored and smash provinces.
This is not funny.
All right. I'm actually half serious, but in the interest of first pass, I'm okay.
In your defense, there is a deck we could build that could do that because there are a lot of people out of Scorpion that let you just shuffle all the honor tokens around, right? So
Yeah, and
yes.
we already put in the guy that says give sincerity to what is it? Somebody with a dishonor token or an honor token? I think it's dishonor token.
I don't know what we're talking about. Oh yeah, anyone that's dishonored when they die.
Yeah.
When they die, if they're dishonored, you lose the honor, but you gain a card. So
Yeah,
no,
can't remember the name of the character.
So TLDR, fucking, he's not going in. That's where we're at.
All right, we're going to come
Taturi.
back to this, right?
We're not coming back to Taturi, mate.
Ignoble Enforcers, we totally are.
Beishi showed you, right? He's going in because he's so fucking good.
Oh yeah, no, I already put him in.
Yeah. Ignoble Enforcers, yep. I like it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, what have I done? I've clicked on it. Okay.
Soshi Shiori. She's really
Shiori?
good.
Nah, it doesn't fit. It's not in theme.
It's not. We're not really. Beishi's Whisperers, man, I would love to play that.
Yoritomo? Dude. Echoes Yoritomo. Do
What?
it.
No, it's
You
no.
could have
No,
12
he has-
fate on the table.
No, but I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I
I mean,
won't.
why wouldn't you? Scorpion always do.
No, that's not how I Scorpion.
Oh man, you've just rekindled my enthusiasm for the game by saying that I can't put Tottori and Yoritomo into decks.
They can go.
God damn it, I can.
I didn't. They can't go in this deck. they can absolutely go in Shishi. That is fine.
Shishi. The hell is Shishi.
Shurashinjo.
Oh right, okay.
Shishi for Unicorn. You know, you ball it out 10 fade a turn. Yeah, those guys, they can have it.
I swear.
Beishi's Whisperers. I would quite like to include that.
Why,
Yeah.
shits and giggles?
Well, first of all, I can echoes it out onto the table for 2 fate, right? And
In
then
a military conflict, you can, yeah.
yeah, that's fine. It still works. And then just look at my opponent's hand and turn off a card in there and scout their hand for the rest of the phase. Like, at the beginning. And
Yeah, I'm not sold.
really?
Yeah, I mean, we can put it in, but I feel like we're just going to pull it out
We'll come
later.
back to it. Maybe, we'll see. Hante, he's...
No.
Oh, like, don't get me wrong, I like him, but...
He's just not in theme,
Yeah.
I think. It's not really going to be a control deck, I don't think.
No. So, we're down to holdings.
Favorable ground?
Okay, I think we need to wait... Yeah, 3 favorable.
I think there are defaults, right? Favorable
Hidden-
ground goes in, Hidden
Hidden
Moon Dojo
Moon.
goes in,
Storehouses.
Palace.
Yeah, may as well show Palace in.
I don't know about storehouses. Well, you will just throw them in and then
Yeah.
pull them out later, right?
Okay, so... City of Lies.
So definitely not Back Alley Hideaway. Okay, that's what I'm reading here.
Yeah, no, just...
That's the vibe I got.
not back alley hideaway. Not
Because if you echo somebody in and then Back Alley Hideaway them, you could buy them a little bit later if
Pass.
you wanted.
No.
Okay.
Not happen.
Not just saying there's some synergy there.
Let's I'd like to chuck in City of Lies for now.
Gonna have a lot of big events.
Well, we're starting. Yeah, I feel like we're going to, and I want to come back, and I just want to have it in there, so that after we've done our, if we have a cheap conflict side, then we'll come back, right?
Yeah.
Because City of Lies Fate Reduction is pretty good.
So we've just put in 71 cards into the Dynasty deck.
Oh, we
Should
are
we move on to the conflict deck?
we are in sync. Yep. It's conflict.
So actually, let's do a quick post Dynasty review, a
Alright.
PDR, if you will.
Okay.
So let's just review the ones we've got and see if they all still kind of make sense, because it seems like what we've put together is just kind of good characters, not necessarily political or military characters, but kind of ones with good abilities. It seems like there is a little bit of a focus here on doing weird shit with honor tokens. That seems to be a bit of a theme. But otherwise, there doesn't seem to be a big theme coming out here, right?
No, well, I think we've got the makings of 3 separate decks in that amongst that 71. Those 71 cards, there are 3 different directions we can end up going. So I think as we go through the conflict and draw out some inspiration, we will see what we're going to do. And then we'll talk it out. So let's start with Lion, because that is our
Agreed.
splash, right? Because we're on forebearers. So
Yeah. So 2 or 3? Probably 3, because you can't fish for it like you can out of Phoenix.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hang on, let me read
So 3
forebearers again. So 3 4. Let's just 3 4-bearers.
Yeah.
During military, put the character in conflict, just stealing play at the end of the conflict. Back on the bottom. Okay. All right.
I can't see the card in the... Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let's hover over it, yeah. Okay. 4-bearers echoes. No worries. Doesn't need a shug, does it?
For a total of 3 out of your 13 influence.
12, because Kyudenbeishi at the moment. Could be 13 if we switch to open hand.
Okay.
I feel like, actually, you know what? Let's switch to open hand for now. I'm making the switch. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm quite keen on this dump all my honor and just claw it back with open hand.
Yeah, I don't think we've really seen any reason to run Kyudenbeishi.
Yeah. So let me, before we go into, let me throw out my initial feelings. Is that we are going to run. Basically, going to throw a little bit of caution to the wind, and we're not going to worry so much about. So we're going to spend honor to get good effects, and we're going to be happy to dishonor our own people, and leverage that dishonor, and then we're going to use City of the Open Hand to get us back up.
We're going to leverage the dishonor to do what? To draw cards?
To draw cards, or there are plenty of other effects out of Scorpion, which you'll probably see, that help us out a lot with the dishonor and things. So we can move dishonor effects around, and there's things we can do, or just mitigate them. But yeah, they will draw us cards as well off the Yoga Preserver if that's what we want to do. And I feel like we're going to have a decent little Shigenja showing, to be honest.
Agreed. Yes. Yep. I agree.
Which is kind of neat. But I'm thinking at the moment.
The next card that has to go in is Sharpen the Mind, right? Discard a card to get +3/+3 on this character.
Yeah, let's chuck it in for now. I like that card. I like that it's free, and I like that if I've got stuff in my hand that is using up too much on a later game, it can just bump me.
Okay.
And I like that I really like that card. A lot of people hate on it, but I think Sharpen the Mind is the sort of thing I can just sit on a guy, and whoever it's on, it's cost me fuck all, right? It's a card and no fate at the moment. And it turns whatever it's on into an immediate threat. Like, everything could break. Like, even a 1/1 becomes a 4/4, right? It's substantial. And any card I have in my hand can trigger that. And your opponent doesn't really want to let go or destroy or burn some attachment hate on a 0 for 0/0, do they? But
I think the fact that it's political and military is what puts it into the medium category for me. They're not great, not terrible, but medium. Because if you're just going to spend a card, because I feel like unless your guys are going to stay around for a bunch and you're going to get to use this a whole lot, something like Legion of One, is almost a little bit better.
Yeah, it is.
But because it's +3 political, and you really don't see a whole lot of political buffs in the game. So
yeah.
Okay.
We got a Legion of One. I quite like it, but
ready for battle?
Oh yeah,
that's kind of a cancel, right?
Ready for battle. 100%.
In a world
with like even just for shame and stuff, because if we're going to have a lot of dishonored people, they're really susceptible to for shame. So ready for battles, and it's just a really good card. Like, it's always usable. If you guys have
if we had put in Akodo Totori, you could use True Strike Kenjutsu and be a fucking wrecking machine.
Do you know how much of a terrible person I am right now?
Mate, I know how much of a terrible person you are. You are the most lovely and wonderful person that has ever existed.
After I tell you what I'm thinking about doing with this deck, you might regret that. I'm sitting here staring at For Greater Glory.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking maybe a Bushi-themed Scorpion deck running For Greater Glory, where we, like, charge out lots of people with, like, ambush and...
Oh man, I think you've gone off the jank cliff. You're swimming through the jank sea.
Swan dived into the rocks.
No, okay. Down.
No, fair enough. No, okay, look, I think even I have limits. Not I'd love to do something like that, but I couldn't do it to my restricted slot. I think that's the only thing holding me back, to be honest.
Do you know what? The more we do this, I'm obsessing over Totori and
what is wrong with you?
Yoritomo, right? No, because I'm looking at True Strike Kenjutsu, and then I'm looking at Strength in Numbers.
Strength in numbers. You know that requires numbers, not giant bodies.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers, man, is so good.
No. It's good, right? But like, so Forebear's Echoes, right, will bring those characters into play. You don't pay 6 or 5 for those characters, right? You just bring them into play with Forbearance Echoes. When they're in play, right?
Yeah.
Like Yoritomo, you could just pay 2. You could have passed your new dynasty phase, pay 2, and the guy is what, 10-10 or 11-11? No, less because you've just had to pay for your echoes. But he's gigantic.
No, but you're probably going to end up dishonoring him so you can use him. So he's got 2 glory. Although
your opponent has to dishonor him.
We're already looking at spells with Forebear's Echoes. We've already got a bunch of Shigenja. So what about my Ancestor's Strength as well?
Well, okay, so what's the... We're just going to build Echo's Bird into Scorpion.
Scorpion can do
my Ancestor's Strength. Yeah. What is the character that you're going to stamp?
Well, Bayushi's at the moment, Bayushi's Whisperers is 6 political. Shoju is 7 political.
It's not terrible, is it?
Aramoro is 5 military for Aramoro. Tuturi is 6 military.
Do you know what? Let's just put it in again. Let's just put it in so that we don't forget that maybe this could be the way to go.
Yeah,
you're going to lose so hard on the weekend.
I really want my Scorpion playmat.
Oh, is that what it is? Is it the tribute to the Scorpion thing?
Yeah, it is. But we're going to do 2 of them though. I think we're doing another one at some other time. But we'll see. All right. End of the day, I can just cheat. I mean, I won't even fucking use it because I've got my amazing Daigotsu playmat. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
just
of 10,000 battles.
Oh man, dude, come on. Hang on. Do you need the favor for that?
No, but you need more honor than
you
your
need to be
opponent.
more honorable.
That's not going to happen.
No.
Sashimono. Nope. Glorious Victory, Negatore, Master of the Spear.
Let's move on.
Norikazu. He's a beast. But no.
During each conflict, which this character's participating gets +3/+3 if your opponent has broken 1 or more of your provinces. And no,
negative. Strength in numbers is a really good card. What have we missed? Anything out of line that we like?
Look, I think we could put strength in numbers in, but I think everything else here, if we want to include the rest of these lion cards, it'll probably be based on whether or not we can support it with the rest of our scorpion cards.
You know,
right? So let's just pause on the lion.
What I would like to do, though, is just chuck in Ageless Crone for now. I think out of Scorpion, a 1-cost drop bear courtier might be super useful. With 0 glory. Yeah, I feel like... look, she'll probably end up getting taken out, because Scorpion
I think
are not lacking for good drop bears, but we'll see. Alright, Lion, you're sacked. Neutral cards, then Scorpion? Or Scorpion first?
I'd like to do Scorpion first.
Okay.
I'd also like to look at Scorpion characters first. I want to know how many Shigenja we have on the conflict side. Because if we have some Shigenja on the conflict side...
We have very few.
None. I think we've got none, actually.
No, you've got the cancel bird. She's a shug.
Who? Right.
Kikuyo, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's on point for the meta at the moment as well, man. Like, there are a lot of...
So what I was kind of hoping was that... if you had a few small conflict Shigenja and some small dynasty Shigenja, you could support my Ancestor's Strength. But the problem is that if you don't get your dynasty shugs, my Ancestor's Strength seems like a little bit of a dead card.
Well...
Like, if you just don't have Shigenja.
Nah, see, you...
Whereas if you had some conflict Shigenja...
Nah, so you're thinking...
It's much less of a dead card.
It's not about how small the shugs are, though. Like, because you got to keep in mind that Scorpion's dynasty characters are not necessarily as highly statted in many categories as others. Like Illustrious Plagiarist, right? That's a 4-coster. He's only got 1 military. He could absolutely use it. Ancestor's Strength, or like Aramura to get 5, or what have you. Like, that's not trivial at all.
Yeah, I agree with it. I'm not saying...
There's plenty there.
I'm not saying that... I'm just saying that what if you don't get shugs? That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, you're more likely to have lower cost Shugs because they're low cost, and you're more likely to have Shugs out of your conflict side because you draw more of your conflict side during a game. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking like they need to be low cost to play Ancestor Strength. No. You just need them. You need them to be present. Could put me a Mystics in.
Yeah, they can go anywhere. They're very, very good. There's also... we're not... Okay. Thinking of the wrong card. I was thinking about the 2-coster water-only Mantis Bird Shigenja.
Yeah, water only.
Yeah.
Such a good card. Shame about the roll locking.
Shame.
Alright, let's...
if we were running Toturi, I could run Surumi Echo, and then when Toturi...
Yes, I win!
When Toturi is bowed at the end and he's just about finished, I can drop Miyako for free on top of him and straighten and send her in.
Dude.
And,
All right, this melting pot that we've got going on is getting real thick.
It's getting out of control.
There's a lot of flavors. There's a lot of flavors wafting through this thing.
So, yeah. So you're just looking at the droppies at the moment, yeah? Drop bears.
Yeah, mostly just to get an idea of the Shigenja. But now I'm because there's only Kikuyo. I think we would include Kikuyo not because she's a Shug, but because she's on meta.
Well, but she does both, right? If we're doing my Ancestor's Strength, and we'll probably end up including Cloud the Mind, so more Shugs are better, right? I think, is Cloud the Mind the only thing that works? You know what we can do if we have more Shugs? We can include Walking the Way. Because if we, on our provinces, if we include Toshi Ranbo, and I have Walking the Way, then I can put a free person on to get them out with free fate. True story.
Wait, what?
So Toshi Ranbo gives you a free fate when someone comes out of that province, right?
Right.
So you just play Walking the Way during your Dynasty phase, and then you can just you fish for a new person, put them on top of Toshi Ranbo, and you play them, and they come out with a free fate. So that's good. Synergy. Also, it's letting us discard stuff for Ancestor Strength and Forebearer's Echoes. It's also fishing for Shigenja. It's also letting us search through and place cards next to, or fish for Hidden Moon Dojo and put it in there.
Why not?
So let's Kikyo first, and then we'll go back to... I think Walking the Way, I think the thing is we've just got to make sure we have a whole ton of card draw.
Well, actually, yeah, you need the Shigenja to get the discounts on Walking the Way. You don't want to be paying one for that.
Well, even if we don't, we might have City of Liars to just make up the difference.
If you make it -1 cost, do you get a fate back? No, I'm just kidding.
That would be great, but no.
It would be good, yeah. If only the universe worked that way. Okay, so we've got a Walking the Way. Let's... I think you just said a whole bunch of stuff like synergy with Walking the Way. We'll probably come back to that.
Well, it's already in there. So Hidden Moon Dojo, right? So during conflicts, you can Walking the Way to put something else next to Hidden Moon Dojo.
Oh, sure.
So you can get another proc off it. Toshi Ranbo is a province we could fill in any slot that only Scorpion get. But we can cross that when we go back to provinces later. After this first
Let's unfilter from Scorpion conflict cards, and we'll just go through the Scorpion conflict set. There's not too many. There's surprisingly not that many cards there.
What do you mean Scorpion conflict set? What?
Just all the Scorpion conflict cards, like events, characters, all of it.
Plenty.
Attachments.
So this tends to be very easy because the cards are really good.
So duty, right?
So duty, bang, goes in.
Okay.
I'm going to avoid backhanded for now.
Agreed. Deceptive offer?
I mean...
Maybe not.
Nah, because your opponent... Like, I've slightly warmed to that card lately, but I've still never used it. Like, I've gone from like a 1, this is not playable, to like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I kind of like it in a Dishonor themed deck, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's sort of good. All right.
So
moving on.
Okay, so let me throw down another theme thing for you. So we've got like My Ancestor Strength. We've got Forebearer's Echoes, where we're getting sort of sudden big influxes of people on the table, right?
Mm.
So what if we went like all in, at least to start before we trim it down, on the charge effects? So we do From the Shadows, which is the one that chucks in Shinobi. And we can maybe consider charge. We have ambush out of Scorpion. And we've also got Ancestor Strength and Forebearer's Echoes that do similar things.
Yeah, let's do that. So ambush, 3-coster. Okay, so ambush is in. So you want to go in charge?
So let me find ambush. Yeah.
Let's do it. It's your idea. Let's do it.
Well, it's just that it doesn't do political, and Scorpion are not renowned for their military strength. So,
well, I think you're bolstering your your military position. You've got the charging effects. You've got charge. You've got my ancestor's strength.
So do we feel like from the shadows?
From the shadows, yes. For now, I think we do.
Okay.
I think we could review, like we could look at the stats and we can review how many shinobi we got. So let's just put it in for now.
All right. So you're doing both. So I've only had Scorpion cards up. So
Right.
we're doing a charge Scorpion deck. I feel really good about this.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Fuck it.
You can
All in.
charge in Shigenja, play Walking the Way. The world, everything is right with the world.
Okay, let's go back to just Scorpion cards. We'll go through them, and then we'll go back to the neutrals.
You could with Walking the Way, you could put Hidden Moon Dojo next to the city. What is it? Toshirambo.
Oh, it doesn't work.
I think we're putting Toshirambo in, aren't we?
I've used it before. Like, people hate on it, but Toshirambo is just a free fate on turn 1, bare minimum. That's it.
And it's not like out of Scorpion.
Like,
well,
you don't
people
care if
know
people
where
break
to
your stuff
attack.
early, right? It's not a big deal. People are going to break your shit.
But what I was kind of thinking of, there's no on reveal effects that you really want to go off out of Scorpion. Like there used to be on reveal restoration of balance, where if you had something like Toshirambo, you'd be like, I'm not playing this because I want maximum threat from restoring the balance.
I've only ever had.
Balance.
I've run quite a bit of Toshirambo in the games I've managed to play over the last 6 weeks since it came out, and I've only had one game where it hasn't just given me a free fate on a person on the first turn. That's it. So once that was on an Ignoble Enforcers, who just got an extra turn. Most of the time.
You're saying if you... Oh, actually, yeah, no, it wouldn't work on Hidden Moon because it's not being played from the province. It's being played from your hand, right?
As if from your hand, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. All right, moving
on. Down, we're just on Scorpion cards, yeah? Infiltrators tools I don't think are going to be a thing.
Agreed.
I mean, we might end up with a bunch of Shinobi, but I feel like we can remember to come back to that if that's going to be a thing.
Yep.
Make an opening.
To make an opening.
Are you sure? Because that card is fucking great.
Yeah, only if there's a difference in dials, right? And we're really not playing to dial manipulation.
Well, but you don't need to. You just bid different. Once you have it, you bid 5 until you have it in your hand. Then you change.
Bid 1.
Then you bid 1.
So I feel like that's sound for a card like I Can Swim, where you start low, you draw down your opponent's bid, and then you go high for a really powerful effect.
But it also works the other way around. Because...
Yeah, but they have to be on 1 already, right?
No. So if we're both on 8, right? So say after the first turn, right? Then I've drawn a make an opening first turn. On turn 2, I just bid 1, you bid 5. Sure, you get a bunch of cards, but I've got an honor swing. And I've got a really heavy 4-point make an opening. And the
thing that I think we're just glossing over there is sure you get a bunch of cards, right? You're going up, you're going down on card advantage.
Yeah. But that makes up. I've played this card a lot, and the way it works out when I do it is this turn I've got one superpowered card that's free and is huge, and quite often combos amazing with Shoju and Aramoro to murder people. But the turn after that, your opponent basically has to bid 1, because they're down to like 4. And you're on like 11. So the following turn, you bid 5, they bid 1, it switches back, and you've got another turn with make an opening switched on, but the card advantage is just neutralized. And it's
I feel like in that turn that you are trying to play make an opening, you really have to not go down too hard to your opponent on that turn. Because otherwise it doesn't really matter, because you're sort of putting yourself into disadvantage. Now you're playing from behind. You really have to not be so far behind your next turn so you can capitalize on it.
We'll leave it out for this deck, and one day I am going to make an opening you online on Jigoku, and you'll cry, and you will suffer the consequences of your hubris. That's what's going to happen.
Seal of the Scorpion? No, because we don't have Yoritomo or Tottori in the deck.
But we might want to
We're going to put Tottori in the deck,
Shinobi
though, right?
fucking marauding Oni.
Can you imagine that? Dakota Tottori just like coming out of the shadows or something?
Just ninjas. What could he even use? I don't know. He could use infiltrators tools. He could be scaling walls and shit. Covert Tottori, who shuts off all actions as soon as he lands.
I can't see. I mean, yes, that sounds awesome, but I can't see. That's not in theme with his character, right? Like, he'd be like in those cartoons, early morning cartoons, where he's like sneaking, trying to be as quiet as possible, but actually he's being as loud as possible.
Like, his infiltrator tools, just like an oil can where he oils his massive, heavy armor, squeaks it up. He's stuffing cotton in there.
Yeah.
With teddy bears, because he's a wuss.
Let's leave it out for the moment, but...
Right. Way of the Scorpion. I feel like that has to go in.
2 of?
That's just 3, everything for now. We'll trim it back later.
Right.
The Scorpion's real good. But we
favors decalling?
Yeah, 3 favors.
Alright. Court Mask, I'm a no. Alright.
No, I'm just... No, it's not. It's not the right... Like, it's really good. It's just not right for this deck. False loyalties...
Although, you are just dropping... like dishonor tokens onto people.
Yes.
You're just stamping them with dishonor.
But there's plenty more of that going to go on.
Yeah, alright.
We could come back with a one-off if we're looking for attachments. But at the moment...
False loyalties.
No. Like, it's a... Yeah.
You were really keen on this card when it was previewed.
No, I... Don't get me wrong. I have played it. It's just never really had a big impact. I quite like it. It just...
Let me just read it. After an opponent wins a conflict, if he or she if she is more honorable than you, choose a participating character that opponent controls and a participating character in that opponent's home. Switch those characters' locations.
So if you poke with your, I don't know, like some little wiener, like a Adept of the Waves or whatever, the little one, all right, and then you win the conflict. Then after you win, but before he bows to win the conflict, I swap him with your Tadaka who's at home, and then Tadaka bows instead. That's how that works.
Interesting. When do you figure out if the province broke?
As I understand it, beforehand. And
like you win, right? Like you definitely win, but the province breaking step is actually like further down in that.
Does that stop? Or I am pretty confident it doesn't stop the break. If it did, that card just went way up in stock. So
I'm gonna look at.
I feel like
DB, see if I can find a ruling.
I'm pretty sure when you calculate the win, right? You decide what the values are, and that's basically it. They are now set.
I think you're probably right, but I'm looking it up anyway.
Do it.
False loyalties. False loyalties will not change the results of the conflict. It's played interaction step 3.2.3, which is in conflict resolution step where each player's total skill is determined. Okay, so it sounds like at the point that the conflict ends, the skill totals are worked out, and then that's it. They don't change. Yeah. Unless specifically by a card effect.
Yeah. So it basically changes who bows and who doesn't. I mean, it can be also super handy in those instances where like clarity of purpose is played. So this guy's not bowing anyway, so I may as well bow someone. It's the sort of card, I think, that just suffers from that old L5R curse where it's just got too many prereqs. Like the fact that your opponent has to be more honorable is probably what kills that card. It'd be perfectly usable otherwise. It's just too many stars have to align, and it's got a fate cost. And
it's got a picture of the Lionmon on it. It's kind of in theme with our deck.
It does. That's not enough.
That's insufficient. Mediocre.
Fiery Madness is so good.
Yeah, but I'm a no. I'm like,
Really?
I just don't think it's enough. I don't know if we're doing enough with negging on my opponents just at the moment.
I find all it does, like, anyone that's towering or doing that thing where they constantly straighten the same guy with 30 attachments, it just takes the edge off him, and it can be significant. Like, it drops that. Yeah, no, it's fine to be a no. Don't get me wrong. We're not really attachmenting at this point.
Like, it's a no. It's a no for now, right? Like,
yeah, we can come back.
all of this stuff.
Infiltrator. Where's the wrong deck for Infiltrator?
Yeah, I feel like we
Kiriko's
need a
pretty-
different. I feel like we need a different strategy at this point because we're about on an hour, and I feel like at this rate this is gonna be a long ass episode.
But the people, they love it, Merlin. Or they're bored as. So,
I tell you what. Why don't we do like a two-parter? We'll just release it all as one part. We'll release it all as one episode.
a one-part, two-part podcast.
That's right. Dairy me.
You're aware that people can just switch the shit off, right? Like they don't have to listen. They don't have to listen to our bullshit. They can just fuck off and do something else. But then they won't know how the story ends, Merlin. And what we'll do...
we'll take 8 years to write to the next episode.
That's right. So, Kiriko, let's chuck that in for now, yeah? Because it's fucking great.
Kiriko. Yeah, sure. Yep.
Boom. Liar's Mask,
no.
Mask.
Illusion, no.
No.
Meek Informants.
I'm feeling
no.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just not anything.
Actually, you know what? With Forebearer's Echoes and stuff, he could get some fucking teeth.
What do you mean?
Oh, like Meek Informant suddenly gets Shoju's political skill when you run Ancestor Strength, or whichever one it is, Forebearers.
He's not a Shigenja. Are you thinking Ancestor Strength?
No,
Ancestor Strength has to be played on a Shigenja.
Yeah, Forebearer's Echoes though, where he gets the skills of the guy in the discard, or puts.
No. Forebearer's Echoes literally takes the card out of the discard pile and pops it on the table.
Doesn't replace
It's a Spirit Caller. It's a Spirit Caller on the Fate side.
That's quite good. Okay, moving on. You know what?
So good.
That Forebearer's Echoes is going to be so good as like a surprise Shoju or Aramoro to jump in and start assassinating people in conflicts.
Yeah.
Actually, it won't work with Shoju because Shoju is political for his kill.
Yeah.
And
But, still, I mean...
still works with Aramoro.
Aramoro is fine.
I mean, it doesn't come off that often, but it'll still be good. Moving on.
Okay.
All right.
Meek Informants a no. Misinformation?
Don't even bother.
I'm a
Move
no.
on. Opium.
Westral?
Nah. Smoke and Mirrors, all
Yeah.
these cards no one ever plays.
Nah.
Smoke and Mirrors, move on.
Stolen Secrets?
I like that card, but no, never going to play it. Adept the
Alright,
Shadows.
Tainted Koku?
Nah.
Alright, Adept. I'm a no on
wrong,
Adept.
wrong deck, that's all. But you should
Yeah.
Collector.
Collector.
I
I
always...
think yes. Dude, your opponent's going to drop, like, Cloud the Mines or nasty shit on your stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Dishonored guys anyway. You can, like, move tokens over and get rid of attachments.
Yeah, let's chuck him in for now. He's possible. I don't feel like I Can Swim is going to be in this deck, so I don't feel like we're going to be dishonoring our opponent a lot. I feel like this is
Agreed.
more bumping ourselves. Mark of Shame is good, but again, I don't think it's the right card.
Yako's Undertaking, no for the honor requirement.
We're going to be dumping our honor, so I don't think that's the no for that one, but it's still 2 fate, and you still have to just pick a non-unique person in the discard, so it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's too many requirements that are needless. Shasura
Too much
Sadako.
chatting about.
Yep, 3 Sadakos
Sadako.
go in. She is great.
Alright. Soft Skin,
Bus.
Stolen Breath, no. Blackmail, no. Cunning Magistrate, fuck yeah.
Maybe, but keep in mind, we're not really dishonoring
But come
our
on.
opponent in this deck. No, Cunning is great, but you want dishonor effects everywhere, and we don't really have them. And we're going to be dishonoring our own people a lot. We don't want to stitch ourselves up.
We don't do dishonoring effects?
Yeah, on
Well,
our
how
own
does-
people.
I suppose like Fate Worse Than Death or Way the Scorpion. I don't know.
But that's not really enough. Let's chuck him in. I think he'll end up getting cut.
I think we're gonna keep it in.
We're nearly down there. Unassuming Yojimbo, though, I think that is probably...
Wait, what about Miyako?
We don't really...
I mean,
know.
yes to unassuming Yojimbo, but what about
We don't have enough neutrals for Miyako.
Yet.
I'm pretty confident Taturi's not going in, man. It's time.
No, at least Tori. Come on.
What?
You don't have to have Yoritomo. I will totally agree with that. But I reckon a Tori in this deck could be interesting.
You know what? Okay, fine. You know what?
All right.
Let's say, okay, Miyako, she's going in. Kachiko?
Wait, Miyako's going in?
Yep, let's do it.
But it can only be played on Tori.
What? Nah,
right?
I can go on Keeper Initiate since she comes out for one fate with a fate already on her. She
okay.
Replace she can replace the Marauding Oni.
Kachiko?
I really like Kachiko, but 3 Glory is a bit of a liability. So it depends where this deck ends up going. If we are dumping Honor and we are making that all back up again and we're dishonoring our own people, then no. But if we end up in a Honor control, like Honor status token control deck, where we're actually generating Honor tokens and moving them around, then she's amazing.
Okay.
But I'm feeling no at the moment. We'll come back to that if need be. We've got a lot of drop bears at the moment. We've got 21 fucking conflict people at the moment. So
let's move on to neutrals.
Oh, man.
Can I just go through the list and we'll just put a bunch of shit in and you can just veto some of it, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Assassinate.
Yep.
Bonsai.
Yep.
Censure.
Yep.
Court games. For shame.
Yeah. Defend Your Honor should probably go in.
Spies. Defend Your Honor. Keep or cancel. Okay, all right.
Spies of Court, definitely.
Cloud. Spies of Court. Yeah, put that in there. Hireling. Peasant's Advice.
Yep.
Are you vetoing the Hireling? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
We don't need fucking Hireling. He's never going to make the cut. Walking the Way.
Done.
Walking the Way.
It's already in on my deck.
Yeah, damn right it is.
82 cards on the conflict side. Okay, time to start chiseling.
82. Oh man, what did you just put in? I missed all that. So.
Oh, all right. So assassinate, bonsai.
Hang on. Assassinate, bonsai, censure, compass. We should put compass.
Court games. You've only got storehouse for your on click. So I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Court games, defend your honor, for shame, spies of court, charge, peasant's advice, walking the way. Did you get all that?
Yes, sir. I have now got 82 cards.
Brilliant. Same pageified. So I think I'm not really seeing anything else out there. Fantanas are not in.
They could be.
Okay, right?
They could
be.
We don't have a lot of buff at the moment. Not a lot of pump at all. We got Sharpen the Mind, which is maybe going to get cut because we have way too much influence. But we'll see. Although, no, we got pump, in other places. Okay. Right, let's see what we got.
So I want to revisit the Dynasty side again, right? So on the conflict side, we've got some characters.
Hang on. Do we want to just go through our provinces first? And just finish off a template? Like a vague look of a whole deck and then trim?
I think the only thing that we should agree on is whether or not we're putting that province in. Toshi Rambo. Because otherwise, I think the provinces should be selected to support what we end up crafting out of the deck.
See, I'm a much more holistic deck builder, but that's fine. It's all good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
All
Let's see. Let's do it your way. Let's go.
Alright, so Beishi Liar and Beishi Manipulator I think are kind of staples. Marauding Oni, does it still make sense?
For Liar and Manipulator?
For just the strategy of the deck. So we're trying to break our opponent's provinces. We're going to leverage my Ancestor's Strength and Forbearance's Echoes as like force pumps and to bring our guys into the conflict. I feel like maybe he doesn't really.
Okay, so look at it this way. If nothing else, they are both. What you got to look. They're both one fate for card draw.
Who are?
Liar and Manipulator.
No. I'm down with those two, and
alright, cool.
and we've moved on. So we're looking at Marauding Oni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Marauding Oni, I think 2 and an honor for a 4-cost into your opponent's province is pretty good. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Alright, let's leave it for the moment. Shameless Gossip. During a conflict with characters participating, choose 2 characters controlled by the same player. Move a status token.
I'm not
Move
sure
a status
she
token
fits.
from one to the others. Yeah, I don't really feel it. I don't really feel it anymore.
Bye.
Alright,
Takeo,
gone.
he's definitely gonna stay.
Yeah. Illusionist, I think, stays because it's Shigenja.
Yeah.
Dairu, 3 for 2/2 with 2 glory. During a conflict with characters participating, choose a status token on another character in play. Move that token to this character. I like this still.
Yeah. I feel like it's very matchup specific though, like
I like it in Crane. I like it when my opponent is trying to dishonor my guys.
yeah, but then he just potatoes himself. I'm feeling no. For,
Okay, you've convinced me. Gotta make room for Tottori.
yeah. Fuck my life.
Favorite niece.
I feel like we need to keep her in there. Her ability is probably
Good. Let's drop it to a
important.
2.
Yeah, okay.
Fawning Diplomat. I think we keep it for the moment.
Yeah.
Reclusive Zokujin.
You know,
I'm feeling okay with Zokujin.
he is, but he kind of needs the boost. He needs.
Yeah, he doesn't actually synergize with the Forbearance's Echoes, does he?
No, but if we would have been not air, if we had been earth though, he synergizes really well with Keeper Initiate and earth because he goes in on earth. He's immune to card effects. Does all the things. He's a very good
leave
tower.
him in for the moment.
Yeah, he's a very good tower target. I really like the actress. I think she's quite great.
Yep. I think Plagiarist doesn't fit.
Well, he's another Shug. Keep in mind.
Yep.
Keyword.
But otherwise, I don't think he fits.
Yeah.
Neither does. We pull Plagiarist.
Yeah.
Okay. Aramoro, definitely Preserver. I think Preserver is still worth a look in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actress, I think, is worth just keeping for a bit. Like, can Actress? No, it's your opponent's discard pile.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe your opponent's got a Shug you can use.
Well, yeah. I mean, all these guys. But
How cool is? I'm building this deck. This deck is going to my next gaming session.
I mean, the Actress, though, keep in mind with all our other stuff, Actress is a Shinobi, so she can get played for free with From the Shadows and with Ambush. And so you play her for free, and then she blows herself up and takes someone else, and you get a whole nother conflict out of her. Like, she does pretty well.
Wait, why is Actress free? Oh, From the Shadows because you Shinobi. Yeah.
From the Shadows or Ambush, when you got 6 cost worth of people to bring out, she works there as well.
Yeah.
And also she can be like a double hit for Echoes. Like she comes out, does something on her own, and then you grab someone else and blow her up before she gets removed. So there's plenty of synergy there for her, I think.
Yeah.
Synergy.
Okay, so Aramoro is still there. Yunako, I'm not really sold on Yunako right now.
She always gets...
Other than a stat block, I don't feel like she does much for us.
Yeah, she switches a lot of people around though. Like she can
only their base.
Yeah, let's move her on.
All right.
She always gets cut. Poor.
I know. Ibuki.
I quite like her.
After this character wins a conflict, remove a fate from each other participating character. I feel like it's not in theme. Not a Shigenja, not a Shinobi. And she's 4 cost. The only thing she's going to do is get brought back with Echoes. I think we got better targets to bring back with Echoes, like Enforcers. Ooh.
Yeah, Enforcers aren't that good. Whisperers are good. And Shouju, Naramura. Actually, we're getting pretty... Oh, and fucking Toturi.
Kuikatabuki?
Okay.
Gotta get something. Alright, okay. Okay, 58 cards. We're getting there. You got to
Alright.
be. I feel like in the early stages, you got to be like a lumberjack, right?
Yep.
You got to get down to the core of the deck.
Yeah. So, let's go back over to the conflict side, because if we end up with a lot of fate cost over that side, then City of Lies stays in. Otherwise, not so much.
Okay.
So
Sharpen the mind.
Well, let's keep Sharpen the Mind and Cloud the Mind for now. All the mind cards can stay.
You want to go through the characters first?
Yeah, there's 21 of them, but we have to have only 10. So,
All right. So I want to cut Crone.
yeah,
Not in theme. Lack of synergies.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And she's using up.
I think that's
influence.
going to be the rationale for a lot of things here. I think.
Well, yeah, and she's using up synergy. Miyako, Yojimbo, Kikuyo. I like Kikuyo. I think I want to keep her.
I think so too. I don't know about the number, but yeah, I want to keep you Jimbo. Miyako, I think Miyako. So targets are Keeper Initiate, Marauding Oni, Mia Mystic, and Totori.
Yep.
So, I mean that's a lot of targets.
And can I throw out there also, Shosuri Actress, after she blows herself up and steals the opponent's people, I can then Miyako on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Then it
for
becomes
free.
your guy, I guess. Maybe
yeah, well, it's
for
only
free.
there for this turn. If I get a 3-coster with the Actress, yeah.
But what do you get out of doing all of that? You get a shinobi, and you get to dishonor your opponent's characters. I feel like we're not doing anything.
You dishonor someone, but you've got a free straight.
Go on.
So if it's a 3-coster, then you've straightened a person, right, that you've overlaid, and so you get a free attack out of it, which is pretty good. Or a free defense.
We got to cull 8 spots.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do let's do some shaving. Let's take one Kikuyo out, one Yojimbo out.
Yeah, all right. 3 Sadakos.
One collector out. Go on.
Are we? How many courtiers are we running? Are we going to have enough courtiers to support all the dishonor? Because I'm feeling like Cunning Magistrate needs to go. Unfortunately, I feel like it's a liability. Like we've got so much self dishonor here that I'm thinking like I don't have to include him though.
You know what? I think I'm with you. Maybe we can cut Cunning Magistrate.
Like he is so good, but
Yeah. Let's just see. I mean, I'll let you take the deck on the weekend, and you can just get your ass handed to you all day, and we can be like, we should have kept in Cunning Magistrate.
Yeah, right. Well, if we drop Miyako then down to 1, then we're good. We're at 10. She can just be a spicy drop and go, because 3, like, she's going to be
too far.
Bye, Miyako. She'll be dead weight in my hand if we have 3. So
is it Bayushi Miyako? Shosuro Miyako.
That's the one.
Okay. All right. Events. Assassinate, Bonsai, Censure, Court Games, Defend Your Honor. All 0.
I feel like Defend Your Honor probably goes away.
Yep, I'm with you.
I don't have enough buff to maintain that. I do like it, but...
Let's take Spies of Court down to 2.
Spies. Oh, yeah, for this day.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so I think in the event space here, I think what we're looking to do is to just get guys out for free. We're kind of like cheat guys into play. We're going for like a kind of economy play. Yep. So ambush at 3 feels like too much. Ambush at 2 sounds better.
Depends. Ambush at 3. Yeah, no, you're right. 2. It's such a heavy card.
Because
it's very expensive.
I mean, you could use it turn 1, but I feel like in this deck, turn 1 is still just don't die turn.
Well, the trick with ambush is you have to get conflicts happening first. So you have to get someone on the table. You have to get in there and do stuff, and then after that, you can bring them out and have them bounce around. So we'll see. Peasant's advice. Let's make it 2 for now.
Peasants. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can do some big cuts. Are there any big cuts we can make? From the shadows, put a shinobi character into play from your hand or provinces into the conflict.
How many shinobi
Let's-
we got?
let-
We've got
let's look.
Miyako, Sadako. It's great with Sadako because she comes in as a 4/4 for free because she's Dishonored. The conflict Shisuru Sadako.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so Sadako is one option.
yep.
Miyako is another option.
Yeah, I guess. Aramoro,
Takeo
but
from
then he
the
can't use his
Dynasty.
ability because he's Dishonored, and he comes in as a 3/0. So it's
Sorry, who?
Aramoro, Beishi Aramoro.
Aramura, yeah. He gets dishonored though, which means his ability gets turned off, right?
Yeah, he has to be on it. He has to dishonor himself to use it. So it's not great there.
Yeah.
The actress,
And actually, he comes in. Yeah,
it can drop-
Aramura is not great.
he is. He
It can
does
actually.
work.
It can drop the actress in. You know what? Why don't we leave From the Shadows in at 3? I feel like there's a decent amount of synergy that's going on here.
There's Takeo. Yeah, okay. All right. How are we going for courtiers? We got 2 on the conflict side. 1, 2, 3.
17 in total in the Dynasty deck, apparently.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've got
17
we've got to
individual.
trim that. Yeah, we've got heaps of courtiers. All right, so 4 shame is fine. We do need to cull.
I feel like Kureko is not necessarily helping us.
Helps you
I
win.
mean, it's good. Yeah, I mean,
Drop it to 1.
maybe a 1. Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Let's go with 1.
1 KK. We need to drop our influence. We're at 18. We need to go to 13.
Oh yeah, good point.
So, I really want 3 ready for battle. I'd rather keep that.
What about Sharpen the Mind? We can just drop Sharpen the Mind. That takes away 6 straight away.
Yeah. Let's just do that. And that puts us... We're good.
Takes us to 12. Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. All right,
still at 60 cards,
60
though.
cards. Whew, okay.
All right. Let's start shaving on the conflict side.
Dynasty, you mean? Or conflict? Which side?
I did mean conflict, but now I'm thinking Dynasty. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's do Dynasty, right? So, Mere Mystic. I mean, no, let's keep that.
Well, I don't even have it in here.
Can we drop Illusionist?
We've got a decent chunk of attachment hate going already. So.
Well, do we? We've only got Collector, as far as I can tell.
Calling in favours.
Oh, Collector and Calling. I like Collector. Let's keep Collector.
Yeah.
So, Illusionist. I kind of like Illusionist.
Illusionist is real good. It's got good stats.
What
too.
about... Can we cut Fawning Diplomat?
No. That the 14 Diplomat synergy with the stealing the favor with Echoes, I think is great, particularly because we're running 3 censure for our cancels, which is going to be able to take the favor whenever we want, which is becoming so important to people these days.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like 3.
Actually, that's
4
not a bad. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's just do a bit of counting. So let's count courtiers. So we've got Liar, Manipulator, Niece, Diplomat,
actress.
Shoju,
That's it.
Whisperers.
Whisperers.
No,
aren't
not
courtiers.
Whisperers. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then you got 2 collectors on the other side. That's heaps. That's enough.
Yeah. We only have 4 shame. I'm just thinking, do we need so many? Let's count Shigenja on the Dynasty side. So I've got Mystics, Illusionist, Preserver. That's it. So 3. So 9 cards total on the Dynasty side. And Kikyo on the conflict side.
Yeah. So that's we probably don't want to be any smaller than that.
Yeah, I kind of think... I'm wondering if my Ancestor Strength is worth it. I feel like we can cut Courtiers, but we can't cut Shigenja. Right?
Yeah.
We can cut Zokujin.
Yeah, okay, so if we're going to get ruthless, I think we can chop Zokujin, and we can chop Whisperers.
Ooh, Whisperers with Forbearance and Ancestor Strength, though.
Yeah, no, yep, you're right.
I like it just because of the thing, yeah.
Mere Mystic.
Shoju and Aramoro.
Shoju and Aramoro are both our big stat blocks with Toturi. Ignoble Enforcers we don't have to have, but if we're dumping... Actually, we haven't got that much honor dump, and we haven't really got any ways to pull it
and actually we're
back.
running really low fate cost on the conflict side. I think we can cut City of Lies.
Or ambush, forebearers, walkie... Yep. Okay, City of Lies is going away. And what about getting rid of Enforcers?
Yeah, it's not really a... Yeah, you got to pay. You got to pay for them. I don't think we really want to pay for them.
I mean, we're getting away from our initial theme of dumping honor, but I think we've moved more towards. Now
we're getting like dishonor tokens.
Yeah, and that adds up. It's that'll happen in plenty.
Good thing we chose City of the Open Hand.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 49. We still got to cut 9 cards. So let's do some shaving.
Imperial Palace. If we're using Diplomat to just take the favor whenever we want, Imperial Palace is redundant.
Sure. Let's see what. I guess I'm not super unhappy with that. Yep. Okay.
Storehouse is just free card draw. I think I'd rather keep that.
All right.
Trim.
Can we take Takeo down to a 2?
Yeah, I mean we can.
Yeah, let's do that.
We can drop him. Oh, yeah, because he's not the sort of shinobi you want to be bringing out with your free stuff anyway. I suppose
is he not?
I suppose he's 3 for 0, but he's only a 2-coster. Like, why didn't you just?
Well, with ambush, you can ambush him in for 0, and then he's dishonored, and he can move himself out of the conflict. He can get a bit tricky with like the movement or
Takara's he's a good stat block. I like him. Maybe Marauding Oni is going away.
He does look like the least value card now.
Actually, even Keeper Initiates out of Seeker of Air.
I like Keeper Initiates. I think without the Palace, you're going to want Keeper Initiates to help you really play the favour.
Yeah, alright. Well, Marauding Oni also is... Yeah, should we fuck it off?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm down at 44. What are you at?
48.
Oh, okay.
Whisperers, Shoju, Toturi, Aramoro, Preserver.
Sorry, hang on. I've got 3 Liars, 3 Manipulators, 3 Keepers, 3 Mystics, 2 Takeo, 3 Illusionists, 2 Favoured Niece, 3 Fawning, 3 Actress, 3 Preserver, 3 Aramoro, 3 Shoju, and 3 Whisperers.
You haven't put Toturi in.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
I'm really upset that we're putting him in, but now I'm committed.
Well, hang on. So I haven't been thinking about him. Where has he gone? He's 5 cost, right? There he is.
He's on theme for Scorpion as well, being a neutral Imperial card with their new stuff coming out.
Dude, he's on theme for everyone, right? He's fucking Toturi.
I think he's distinctly not on theme to be playing with Aramoro. I don't think that's how it's intended to work.
Can we bring Shoju down to a 2, please?
Why? I think I'd feel more comfortable with a Whisperers down to 2. Since they're smaller stats, less murdery.
I'm thinking both, to be honest. Because, I mean, I'm not sure I want to buy him all the time. Definitely just some of the time.
Yes, you're correct. But same
with Toturi. I think we can go Toturi at 2.
Yeah, okay. So we have to be pretty ruthless with discarding our people out of our dynasty slots then every turn to make sure we get a decent pile. Unless we want to chuck in Satoshi and grind the shit out of the whole thing.
Satoshi, no, I don't really want to do that.
It's not enough there.
No.
Alright, so 2 Toturi, 2 Shoju, 2 Whisperers.
And 2 Aramoro? No, 3 Aramoro.
Yeah, that 5 militaries. Although Toturi's got more military. But Aramori's only 4 cost.
Do you know what? We're at 44. Let's pause here and go back to the other one. I'm wondering if we can drop storehouses because preservers are actually going to get us card draw through the dishonor tokens.
If we
It's
get
such a bad strategy. Anyway, where was I?
It's great.
I should save this just in case my laptop crashes. All right, there we go. So let's go conflict side. Let's do broad cuts on the conflict side. Yeah. Actually, I don't think we can do broad cuts. I think we have to do. I think we just have to shave stuff out.
From the shadows down to 2.
Shadows. Yep. Actually, do we want that? How many shinobi have we got? Aramoro.
You got 1 Miyako, 3 Sadako.
Miyako, Sadako. I think it's still worth. I think it's still worth 3.
An actress, yeah.
I think it's still worth 3.
Yeah, agreed.
I think
assassination.
2. Yeah, let's go 2. Bonsai 2.
Censure we 2. Don't have a lot of. How are we winning this game? Like, we have very little pump.
Yeah, I think we're going for forbearance echoes to just put more bodies on the table.
Okay, so 2 for Bonsai, 2 for court games.
Yep. 2. Let's leave court games at 3.
For shame for 2?
For giggles.
Because we're a bit light on courtiers.
Yeah. I think the thing to take down is Scorpion, away the Scorpion and calling in favors. I think they're at 2.
Okay.
I also think Cloud the Mind's at 2.
Okay.
I'm at 54. What are you at?
55. I've got 1 Kiriko still.
Yeah, I got 1 Kiriko still.
2 Peasants' Advice.
Yeah, 2 Peasants' Advice.
Alright, what have we got?
I think my Ancestor's Strength can come down. Yeah?
Ancestor's Strength.
Because it requires a Shigenja, basically. And guys in the discard pile. So it's mid to late game at best.
Yeah, okay. 3 influence left.
Yeah, kind of feels like we could... Nah, we don't have to use all the influence. I'm looking for cuts. I really just want to cut stuff. Peasant's Advice? Nah, I think we need to keep that.
There's so much deadly shit in people's things these days. Alright, come on, we gotta get... Spies at Court?
I want to cut Miyako. Nah, it's only a 1. Spies at Court? We could cut Spies at Court.
Anything.
But no. I really like Spies at Court because without attachment control, we actually need things like Spies at Court to get rid of talismans and reprieves and random stuff like that. Because we can't deal with it once it's on the table.
Feel like if we want to be ruthless, I feel like court games and For Shame we can get rid of. Like, they're not on theme for what we're doing. They're not part of the game plan. And they are slightly more restricted than we need. Like, one of them's you've got to have the courtiers. The other one is only political.
Alright, let's cut court games, because I can kind of agree with that. For Shame, though, I think this is one of the ways that you win conflicts.
But I've got to have them dishonored first, right? Like,
not necessarily. I mean, one way or the other, it could be a dishonor or a bow.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So I'm at 51 cards. We've got to do something.
Yeah, we've got to do a lot. Okay, unassuming you Jimbo.
Yeah.
I like it, but I could cut it. We're bringing guys back from like the discard pile and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, covert's good, but we're not really doing covert type stuff.
Yeah, bringing him straight into a conflict isn't going to help. Okay, so... Oh man, this is getting hard.
It's tight, right?
Yeah, okay. I'm actually reconsidering charge. We've got a lot of chargey effects, and a lot of our bigger bodies are not military.
So what's our restricted card?
Could be... bees? Or... What's going to be? Let's have a look. Edict.
Actually, bees is best.
Bees is very good. It's very expensive, but it's very good.
I think we're going to be playing a game where we're going to have a high amount of economy anyway.
Policy
So,
debate, yeah. Fate. I think Fate, Worse than Death.
like bees? Let's go for bees. All right.
Bees, no charge. By charge. We got
Wait.
our own-
Let's not be too hasty. Let's just. What can we charge? What are we going to charge? We're going to charge Chitori, Aramoro.
That's it. Yeah, that's not
Okay.
enough charge targets, man. I mean, we've got...
Aramoro is already from the shadow. Sorry, not Aramoro. Chitori. All right, so we're gonna bring Chitori back with Forebearers.
And Ancestors.
Oh, I really like charging Chitori.
Yeah, we got different ways to bring him in, though. Like, we just don't need him. And we got Ambush to charge all the other guys in.
Can we cut Ambush?
Right, we can, but it brings in 2 bodies at once. Into political or military. Ambush is a free Shoju or Whisperers out of your dynasty.
Yeah.
I feel like it should stay, to be honest.
All right. Okay, I'm with you. Cut charge. Add Echo? No. What were we adding? These.
Fate, Worse than Death. 49 cards.
I'm at 48. You got one more card somewhere than I do.
Do you have a Kuriko?
Yeah, I got a Kiriko.
You can.
I got 2 Assassinate, 2 Bonsai, 2 Censure.
I got 3 Censure. We need the cancels. And we've got pretty good favour control out of Diplomat.
Alright, I'll go to 3. I'm with you on the 4 Shame. Let's cut the 4 Shame.
Yeah, just not enough there. I kind of feel like the same about Way the Scorpion, to be honest. Like, we're not really...
Yeah, we're not doing
dishonouring
anything
our
else
opponent.
with it.
That's not what we're doing.
Okay, let's cut away the Scorpion. And we're at 44-44. Man. Let's look at our cost curve. Still pretty cheap on the Dynasty side, on the Conflict side. Also very cheap on the Dynasty side. So I feel like we're probably rolling in the Fates. Which is probably good because of the Fate Worse Than Death we just added.
Yeah.
Can we...
we can just trim... What can we trim? I don't really want to trim Diplomats or Actresses or Preservers. We could drop 1 Illusionist. Although, that's losing Shigenja, which we don't really want to do.
No, I don't think we can afford to cut Shigenja. We could cut Ancestor Strength, and then we actually don't need Shigenja anymore.
Drop Cloud the Mind as well. That would take us to
No,
40.
keep Cloud.
Walking the Way we don't have to have, but...
Yeah, keep walking still.
So
We could just... Well, actually, no. My Ancestor Strength is like your military buff.
Yeah.
So if you've got a Totori in the discard pile, it sort of brings somebody like a Shigenja up to 6.
Yeah.
So I think because of the lack of other buffs, we probably need it. So let's not mess with that. Okay. I think if this deck really suffers from anything right now, it's probably a little bit of a lack of Shigenjas. We could probably put a few more Shigenja in on the Dynasty side. But I think this whole thing that we've got with Shinobi and just some of this trickery is fun.
Yeah.
You know, like if we really wanted to optimize and grind this thing down to 40-40, we would probably sacrifice some of this Shinobi, quackery. Is that the right word?
Shenanigans. So, okay.
Shenanigans?
Yeah. I think we can cut Favoured Niece. We've only got 2 Assassinates for big blocks of honor loss.
You had me at we can cut Favoured Niece.
I don't think she is necessary. 42.
Whispers to 1?
Nah. I feel like we're very light on our big bodies as it is. We've only got, 9? Well, that's okay.
6, yeah.
What about, Storehouse? Or Favoured?
We could go down to 0 Storehouse and then bring 1 character back in. I'm good with that. I really want to push this Preserver play.
Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, alright. So how are we keeping Preserver? We're just going to buy it, right? With a block of fate.
Yeah, you're gonna walk the way to try and get to it, maybe.
Yep.
Depending on what comes up. But walking the way to thin your way down to Preserver, you're going to aggressively discard to get guys into the discard pile and maybe get Preserver.
Mm-hmm.
I think because you're Keeper of Air and you're probably going to be hemorrhaging honor because of all of these dishonor tokens, maybe you just do want to attack air a whole bunch. I mean, going for conquest, right?
Yeah. If that's the case, do we want to consider Kudaka?
Oh. Yes. That's not a terrible idea. 2 Kudaka?
I'm at 39 cards at the moment, but if we 2 Kudaka...
Let's go -1 manipulator plus 2 Kudaka.
I would rather drop a Mystic and put in Kudakas.
Drop a what?
A Mystic or an Illusionist.
Can we drop a non-Shigenja?
We can. Well, we're getting 2 Shigenja back with Kudaka, is all. So,
I guess.
Okay, well, let's have a look. 2 Kudaka. And we could cut Aramoro down to 2.
I feel like the amount of synergy with Aramo is really high, though.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. From the Shadows with Aramo is no good. What other synergy was there? Miyako, but that's only a one of.
No, you can't Miyako. It's the 5 military with echoes and ancestor strength and stuff. And you can ambush him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does alright. We could just drop 1 favorable, go down to 2.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, 40 cards on the Dynasty side. Man, this is a slog. This is an absolute slog. Although I have to say, it's a lot more fun doing it with somebody than by yourself.
I live for this shit. I fucking spend years doing this kind of stuff. Just grinding over decks. Alright. 44 cards.
All right.
We gotta trim 4 cards. Ideally, to get down to 40. Maybe we don't have to, but I'd prefer to.
Let's take Fate Worse Than Death down to 2.
No.
From the Shadows. Ready for battle.
Okay, alright, hang on. I feel like we can lose 1 Peasant's Advice.
So we're down to 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's doable.
I feel like we can drop Kiriko.
Yeah, agreed.
Alright. It's gone.
Spice at Court is so good. But I just...
Kikyo? Can we go to 1 Kikyo?
Oh, I've already got 0, man. I'm on 42 cards.
Oh, you've got 0 Kikyo? So you're on 40?
I'm on 42.
Well, I was on 42. Where's Kiku? Hang on. Have you got Kikyo?
Oh, Kikyo. No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm hearing Kiriko.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kikyo, I think, is extra shugs, which we're going to want sometimes. And honestly, I think she's just going to drop quite often with all of the echoes and stuff bouncing around at the moment. And Death Becomes Sky and all the other nonsense spells. And I like the look of pain in my opponent's eyes when I drop a Kikyo. They're like, ugh.
So you're still on 3 Censure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I could go to 2. I could go to 2, I guess.
Nah. Let's go on. Let's stick with 3. I really think 2 Fate Worse Than Death is fine if we can get this card draw thing to work.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep. So let's do that. Now you've only got 1 card to cut.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's all you, baby. Where are you going to cut? Assassinate?
Yeah. 1 to Assassinate. Down to 1.
Okay.
That's all we need. We've abandoned that.
Because you're bidding high. You've got lots of dishonor tokens, so probably maybe you don't want to assassinate too much.
So now, okay, quick question. now that we have sort of gone away from the initial strategy, right? We were going to sort of dump honor and not care so much and just claw it back with our stronghold and a couple of cards. We're not really there anymore. Now we just got a lot of dishonoring people and turning stuff over. Do we want to consider going back to Kyuden Bayushi? Because we can charge guys out, get them dishonored, straighten them and use them again before they disappear. And we've got
only if you really press attacking the Ring of Air, I think. If you are attacking the Ring of Air a lot, then... Actually, City Open Hand only works when you're less honorable than your opponent, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think the deck is going to fall over against another Dishonor deck if you're not running City the Open Hand. If you're running...
Well, I'll throw out there, we are running 2 Kudaka, so we've got that ring incentive, and Keeper Initiates, all incentivizing us to run for Keeper of Air.
Yep. Well, actually, go on.
And we can sort of maintain a bit of a Dishonor engine. A bit of a card draw engine with our Dishonoring a Preserver, so we don't really have to bid high against Dishonor decks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we can sort of just lose honor via those cards and keep our game plan running, ideally.
Look, I think it's the kind of thing that you're only going to know when you play some games and really kind of feel it out.
Yeah, okay.
So you know what? City the Open Hand or Kyuden Bayushi, I think, are fine. Like, they're both fine. I think now those 2 strongholds are kind of equal.
In this deck, though,
Do you want to go KB?
I don't feel like we need the influence, and...
We definitely don't need the influence.
We lose 1 honor, and then... Yeah, no, I'm feeling KB. I think it's going to give us a little more momentum and a little more leeway with how many people we bring out.
Okay, it's KB.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what's your... province-wise, what do you choose first? I choose Stronghold Province.
I normally choose my row first, and then I figure out what I'm willing to put on the box.
Oh,
like so for Scorpion, for example, like air is secret cache. That is what we're taking. Right,
on the Stronghold?
No, just period. Like I know I'm taking secret cache. That's not a question. That's not optional. That is what happens. Okay. Right? It's really...
Yeah. I think it's reasonable.
Earth, do we want to take the new Effective Deception?
Effective Deception. When the effects of a triggered ability would initiate during conflict of this province, cancel those effects.
Cancel.
Is it legal? Is it legal? It is. Justice for Sesame.
Yep. So that can also... It's a decent box candidate too.
Yeah.
6 strength just with a cancel every time they run at it. Well, every once a turn.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it a shot.
Effective Deception may not be on the box. Fire. What are our options? This is normally where Toshi Rambo goes.
It's Meditations or Toshi Rambo.
Toshi Rambo for now. I like Toshi Rambo. All of you screaming at me over the internet can stop.
I'm like we've kind of built a deck for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Have we?
We've definitely built with it in mind.
Bit.
Like I run it without. Like
I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. 3 strength is a bit
Rally to the Cause or Midnight Revels?
Midnight Revels. Definitely. In this deck, 100% Midnight Revels. Why? Because you're more likely to have guys with lower cost on the table.
Particularly at the beginning of the conflict, yeah. Because all my guys are coming out during the conflict.
You're going to come in, yeah. Right? Void, Champion Display.
Although Rally to the Cause is also really good on the row out of this kind of deck. If you have Shoju or Aramoro available. Because your opponent if it's Shoju on the table, they go, I'm not going to attack political. I'll go military. They hit that, it switches.
Feels like you need to get lucky.
Everyone does, mate.
Yeah, but I mean...
Okay.
I think
you know what?
You need to be less lucky for Midnight. Yeah.
Okay. Void is going to be a really hard call.
So you want a Shameful, Appealing to the Fortunes?
Take a second look at Brothers Gift Jojo.
Gateway? Brothers Gift? Underhand of the Emperor. During a conflict, lose an honor and choose a participating character you control. Move that character home.
So we've got all these characters that we can bring out only during conflicts, right? To sort of bolster.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then you just bail them home by losing an honor point, and now you've got them ready for another conflict where your opponent may not have doubled in. I mean, Gateway Tomato would also be quite good with our little one-costers that draw us cards and then get dishonored before they disappear again at the end of the turn and draw us another card. Pilgrimage?
I'm not sure I'm sold on Gateway Tomato. Brothers Gift Dojo, I guess I would definitely try it out. I think Appealing to the Fortunes or Shameful Display are solid picks, and I think I'm still on Shameful.
Yeah, nothing. I'm with you. I think... No, I Appealing to the Fortunes, I think is out because we don't have enough big bodies that are going to stay on the row.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a momentum question.
Yeah, I can fish for them, but I don't want to be leaving them there. I want to be flicking them.
Yeah.
And if they are there, even on turn 1, I can use Walking the Way to replace them and get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Pilgrimage is there. Pilgrimage is really good on the box, I have found. But Shameful will give us... It's not really in theme with what the deck is doing, but
I think it's a little bit of protection, and it is a very strong province, right? Like the effective skill swing of Shameful Display is quite high. It's like 4 skill on average, maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, depending on who you have out, it'll depend. It'll go higher or lower. But if I'm playing out of like Phoenix, I feel like it's a 4.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to play a few games, but I'm going to start with Brothers Gift Dojo, if you don't mind. I really want to give that a burn.
Okay.
But I feel like on Saturday when I do the event, it's going to end up being Shameful Display. Unless Brothers Gift Dojo really surprises me.
Can we put a Scorpion... You can't put a Scorpion Province into water, because there isn't one. Oh, there is Web of Lies! You can have a whole Scorpion row. Like all provinces being Scorpion provinces.
Why? Web of Lies is...
Merlin, let me mansplain you for a second.
No, like... I love it on the box, but you have to have...
Nah.
You have to have protection, right? You need cards to make sure that you can switch dials around, and like you need to be running all the things to really buff it. And it can be great. Yeah. Like at 12 on KB is
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
Right now, not so much. Now, I think Midnight Revels. Okay, so we've got to decide what is our stronghold.
I think it's either Effective Deception or Midnight Revels, depending on who your opponent is. So I think against things like Dragon, maybe it's Midnight Revels. And I think against Crane or an opposing Scorpion or Phoenix, it would be Effective Deception.
I feel like my default is going to be Effective Deception on the box, where it can't really be avoided. But yeah, now and then. Midnight Revels, I think, though, because I'm going for... I feel like we're going to have a fair bit of momentum early game. We're going to want to sort of go quick. I feel like Midnight Revels, if that happens to proc early game and go off, it can really shut down the early game for your opponent.
Yeah, and it depends on the clan as well, right? So Midnight Revels is less good against Phoenix, right? Less good against Lion, things like that. So I think those are the two that go in and out of your stronghold, depending on who your opponent is and what you feel like. You're likely to, how you feel on the day.
Yeah. What you're playing against. I mean, and Brother's Gift, I guess, could also go on the box. You can over-defend, make sure they're not going to break, and then bail out. It's not out of the question. Secret Case you want early. Yeah. All right, so what do you reckon? It needs a name.
I'm not really great at naming decks. It's Scorpion Lion. What's that? Is it like a griffin? What's a mix of Scorpion and Lion?
It'd be like a Chimera. I think they're two of the things. It's got a lion body with a goat and a dragon and then a scorpion tail, doesn't it? Chimera?
Yeah, something
no,
like
Manticore. That. A Manticore.
Manticore?
The Manticore.
Alright, that's what it is.
3 exclamation points, all caps. done. Must be.
Doesn't it sound too close to Mantis? I mean, it doesn't even have Yoritomo in it.
Look, just relax. Mate, I love Yoritomo. He's my man, but he doesn't.
I'm regretting taking charge out because I really wanted to charge Tori in this one. But you know what? This is probably a basis for something for people to try out. You know, if you're listening and you had fun building the deck like we had fun building the deck, you might find that maybe charge is better than fate, worse than death. Who knows?
Yeah. Feel free to let us know how terrible we are at building decks and how much we're going to lose. And we will next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll give you the report. The Manticore will fight on Saturday. It's happening.
Yeah. I will endeavour to build this one and play it at my local game store as well, just to give it.
Wear a mask so no one can identify you.
Actually, yeah, okay.
Right.
So see you next time.
Yeah, man.
See you next
week. Thanks for that. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.